Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with another London Records video. If you haven't seen my previous London Records, I think I've done about 3. Go press up there, there's my full record and music playlist. I just finished recording a video of a review on Nas's Illmatic. If you want to go see that, yeah, that will be in the music playlist, but you can also check the video up there. I believe that this will be released before this video is released, but I'm taking this at the same time. Yeah, let's just get into it. So it's quite mad because unlike the last couple times that I've been to London, I didn't get any records from any of the stores that I usually go to. You know, Flashback Records, I couldn't find anything from there. Reckless, Phonica, Sister Ray, I couldn't find anything. Obviously they did have the sort of normal stuff that was good, just the normal stuff that you can find in HMV, but I was here to find like rare records, you know, secondhand records that aren't usually for sale. Yeah, enough talk, let's get into the first record that I got. So the first record that I got was Iron Man by Ghostface Killah featuring Raekwon and Capadonna. Now this is such a good album by Ghostface Killah. Obviously we have the song, you know, Winter Wars, which is featuring most of the Wu-Tang members, and Daytona 500. This album is just all of the songs are good, and what's even cooler, look at the color of that record. That is just beautiful. Like, that is one of the most beautiful colors ever for a record. You know, obviously this is the side 1 and side 2. We have Iron Maiden, the first song. That in my opinion might be the best song. It's got a really nice beat. This is a blue.
That's all I know, it's blue.
And the side C, side D is red. Now, what I love about it is that it's sort of see-through. It's sort of a little bit transparent. I prefer this sort of a see-through, sort of shiny look. So now, Rough Trade. Basically, when I first got this record, it was damaged. The A side was the first song in Iron Maiden, had a big sort of like a gouge out of it. It wasn't a stylus cut. It was like, it looked like someone had got like a pen and sort of like chipped a little bit away. It looks like a speck, but it was like a dent in the record. So we sent that back, and obviously Rough Trade being one of the best music selling companies in the world, they sent me one back. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, literally this album itself is so good. I did get this from Rough Trade East in Shoreditch for I think it was about £30. But yeah, one of the best like Wu-Tang Productions records of all time. I believe this was Ghostface Killah's first album. And yeah, Ghostface Killah is definitely a really good rapper. I wouldn't say he's the best in Wu-Tang. A lot of people say he is. I personally like, you know, the Jizza, you know, Method Man, and also, you know, Master Killer and U-God are really underrated. U-God has just got a crazy, amazing voice, and Master Killer, you know, his verse on the Mystery of Chess Boxing is so cool. But yeah, that was the first record that I got after visiting every single store that I know in London. After this, we headed to Angel, and obviously as we were there, I went to Flashback Records and I found KRS-One and Stop the Violence Movement, Self-Destruction. Such a good song. You know, this song isn't only good because they're obviously promoting to stop that gang violence after KRS-One's producer DJ Scott La Rock was murdered. This song is really cool, and it's got a really nice, you know, beat to it, and obviously the hook is so cool. Obviously we have loads of rappers here. We have, you know, obviously the most iconic, you know, you have Kool Moe Dee, you have MC Lyte, Chuck D, and Flavor Flav, KRS-One himself. The rest I weren't so familiar with, but you know, the rest are also really cool. The other one that I like the most might be Miss Melody. She is a really good rapper. I also liked Daddy-O and the other guy, I can't remember what his name was, but the other guy's verse. But yeah, we have 4 versions of these songs. We have the radio edit, the single edit, a remix, and the instrumental, and I don't think there's an acapella on this one, but literally it was only £4, so I was like, I have to get this. Kool Moe Dee's verse was also really, you know, deep. Chuck D's verse at the end was so cool, and really, you know, when Chuck D's in a song, you know it's gonna be good. So I thought that my London Records was the end then, because I literally went to every single store that I knew of, but then I woke up in the morning and it turns out that we were heading to Notting Hill. Searched up record stores in Notting Hill, and there were like at least 5 record stores, which I was so happy about. We visited all of them, and the first one that I visited, I found the Humpty Dance by Digital Underground. If you haven't heard of this song, you're probably wondering like, what, the Humpty Dance? That sounds like a nursery rhyme, but this song is so cool. Like Digital Underground and, you know, Humpty, obviously Humpty aka what's his name? Shock G was so cool. This came out and but this was only £3, so I knew I had to get it. And I'm familiar with Digital Underground from the Same Song EP with Tupac. I believe that Tupac was a band roadie and a backup dancer for Digital Underground when they were touring, and obviously Same Song came out. Tupac had a really nice verse on there, and then out came Tupacalypse, and he is one of the greatest rappers of all time. But yeah, the Humpty Dance is a really funky song and I love it so much. It's quite a humoristic song as well, so definitely give it a listen. It is from their first album, I believe, and yeah. So after that, I then visited all the other record stores and I didn't find any records. I found a few CDs. I found Aquemini, Ice Cube's The Predator, stuff like that, which I was really happy. But I believe that was the end. I was like, oh, I've been to all the record stores that I know. And on the way back to the tube station from the last record store that we visited, we was walking and my dad saw a sign that said records and pointing into this, like, it wasn't a shopping mall, but it was a little like sort of tunnel into a place that had shops on either side of it. And I can't remember what it was called. It was like something like Blues Records or something like that. And I went in there and I hit the jackpot, if that's the saying. They had a lot of hip hop in there, and it's mad because I didn't even know this shop existed. I didn't know it was a thing. And they had loads of hip hop. And you know, when you go to a record store, the records are separated in either like A to D, and then you have E to whatever other one. But in this store, they had A, B, C, D. Like, that's how many records they had in there. It's such a nice place. And I looked up on the wall and they had Hey Ya on display, and it was, I believe, £15. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting this. I love Hey Ya. It's such a good song. Obviously, this is from the Speaker Box and the Love Below album. I haven't actually listened to that album yet because it's super long. Hey Ya, obviously, Outkast blew up again in the 2000s with Miss Jackson and Hey Ya. And personally, I believe I prefer 80 Aliens, but yeah, this is a really iconic song. It also has two other songs. It has Ghetto Music and My Favorite Things. Hey Ya was written by Andre 3000, obviously performed by him, and for some reason this record is really tiny compared to most of the other records. That's not a problem. I love the song, and yeah, I love Outkast. In that same shop, I found Outkast's Rosa Parks. This is a new condition, which I was really happy about. I got this for £17, and like I said, I hit the jackpot. There were so many records in there that I wanted, but I obviously had to keep my price to that level. Just ran into a little technical issue. My card ran out of space, so I had to erase a couple unneeded videos. But yeah, Rosa Parks, definitely one of the best songs on Aquemini, one of Outkast's most iconic songs. A beautiful guitar beat with a really catchy hook and some really melodic flow rapping by Andre 3000 and obviously Big Boy. I love this song so much, and I was so happy that I found it in new condition for a relatively cheap price. This has 4 versions of Rosa Parks. We have the radio version, instrumental, the main version, and the a cappella. Yeah, the cover art is also really cool, so I'm definitely going to be displaying this on my record display. Okay, we are now moving on to our last record, again from the same store. I found Big Daddy Kane's Long Live the Kane. I was so happy that I found this. It was £30, and when I looked on Discogs and eBay, turns out that it's sold for about £40 to £50, so I definitely got this for cheaper than usual. The record cover art is in such good condition other than this missing piece. I don't know what that is. I don't know why they did that or who did that, but either way, the cover art is in perfect condition other than this little corner here. And yeah, the cover art is also really iconic. It's pretty cool, and also the record is undamaged at all. According to the guy who worked there, he said that it hasn't been played before, but I'm not sure. When I listened to it, the quality is absolutely fine. There's no damage to it whatsoever, and to find this for only £30 is just really good. So I am not 100% sure, but this might be the original, because on the board, cut off again. But yeah, let's just make this quick. So again, like I was saying, the record vinyl disc itself, there's no damage to it whatsoever. My favorite song is Ain't No Half Steppin'. Big Daddy Kane really in the 80s made, I believe Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Rakim and Kool G Rap in the 80s really put rap where it is right now, because before them it was all Run DMC, LL Cool J, all just shouting, not much melodic, not much, lyricism going on. But yeah, Big Daddy Kane, a really iconic rapper, and I love him so much. So that was the last last record, it really went from an L to a dub towards the end. Because if my dad hadn't seen that sign that said records, I literally would have gone home with what, 3 records. Obviously it ended up with 6, which is great. And yeah, I'm really happy with all the records that I've got. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, subscribe and turn on the post notifications, and there will be some more episodes to come. Hopefully I will see you in the next one.